Well, I really do not have a question to ask except to add to the trend of the conversation so far. And if you permit me, I will go ahead and add to the trend of conversation so far.
You may please go on. 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Now, I am licensed not only in Nigeria. Currently, I am licensed here in the US. And the US here, we know the practice federation in the true sense of it. If you are licensed in one state, unlike in Nigeria, when we are admitted to the bar, we are entitled to practice anywhere in the country. But that is not so in some other jurisdictions, particularly in the US. My first bar that I took in the US here was the New York bar. And I tell you that if you are licensed in New York, you are not eligible to practice law in another state. And even then, let me be focused on New York. New York alone, every year you are required to submit 15 credit hours. And 15 credit hours, that one is even exclusive of the pro bono hours that you are eligible to, that you are mandated to carry out. So if you don't submit your pro bono hours, you don't submit your credit hours, you cannot practice. Any court in which you are making appearance, the judge will ask you, the registrar will ask you. So 5 credit hours in Nigeria is absolutely nothing we should worry about. And like the president and my friend Afan Wokedi had elucidated so far, just 5 hours. And some of them may be free if you look at the schedule of credit hours and those organizations that are provided. Some of them might be free. But here in some of these other countries, like Mr. Wokedi mentioned, in the UK, you pay hundreds of pounds for specific number of credit hours. So I think it is because we are just starting it in Nigeria. That's why many of us are agitated. Oh, why are you asking me to pay? And I pay so much to attend the annual conference. Now it's going to take place in Enugu, and I have to pay hotel. It is because we are starting. And it is when you are starting that the burden appears to be much. But I guarantee you, once we are able to start, and it's for our benefit. Other professionals, they do it. Like Wokeji Esquire mentioned. Oh, no, I think it is our president that mentioned. The ICANN and the others, they also do it. Why do we want to be different?
Off the mic.
So I think it's something we should insist on doing, and for our own benefit. And all of us should support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield.
Thank you so much. Mohammed Abubakar. Unmute your mic and ask the question. Mohammed Abubakar.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Please go on, please.
My honest comment regarding the allocation of the CBD points. For instance, you mentioned that 1 credit hour will be awarded to probably a Zoom meeting that takes only 1 hour, while a program that will take you like 16 hours will have only 2 credit points. Why not we increase the credit points? Maybe like a program for 2 days should take 4 credit points, like NBA conference should have the complete 5 credit points to make it more easier for people. Maybe later on, as we advance, we can cascade it down further or increase the credit hours for more senior people.
Your point is well noted. Your question will be answered. Temitope Adeyinka.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Go on, please. We can hear you.
Yes, so my own question is, I had my master's degree in Canada, and the president told us that every institution that is going to get accredited has to apply. For people that are getting advanced education in foreign schools, it might be harder to get your school to apply. how do we navigate these kind of things? Because it's restrictive on people that are not that are not always studying or getting their additional professional development from Nigeria. That's my question. And aside this, I must applaud this because most of us are not doing as much as we should be doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before I go to the next question,
can I quickly reply to Temitope Odeyinka?
yes, sir, but I want to also add a question to that so that you can just sum up them together. So I'm also thinking that is it possible for lawyers who want to do good gestures or who think of rather than carrying younger lawyers to beer parlors and other facility can decide to organize programs that will help young lawyers to get points? Is it possible?
Barnabas,
Yes,
Barnabas,
yes,
I'll take your question before I go to Mr. Odeyinka's question. Barnabas, whoever wants to do anything can do, as long as the faculty and the course content is approved by the ICLE. Once it is approved and accredited, how you do it is not our business. As long as the quality training and not just something just for the heck of it. As long as you submit this is the faculty, this is how we're going to do it, and they verify that yes, and approve it, that's fine. So back to Mr. Odeyinka's question. Let me say this. I know that some foreign universities that offer master's program will tell you that it will count for CPD points. In those countries, and I've not heard them say that, I don't think that the Canadian Law Society, that's what they are called, Federation of Law Society, whichever one, will accept a master's program from Nigeria as CPD. But if we are licensed and accredited by them, by their bar association, and they accept master's degree from Nigerian universities, fine. For us too, we have nothing against the foreign degree as long as they submit it for our own approval or they seek the cooperation of our bar association for that. Fine and good. For us, it's based on principle of reciprocity or seeking our approval, whichever way it happens. But we will not just accept a degree, a foreign degree, as meeting the CPD qualification simply because it was obtained from outside the shores of Nigeria, when the approval of the MBA to use that course for that purpose has not been sought and obtained.
Thank you, Mr. President. Jennifer Matthew Ero. Jennifer Matthew.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please. I must really commend this initiative, and I think it's going to be for the best of everyone. Now, my question is this: I'll really be following everything, and then I think when we began, we asked to download the CLE app and be able to upload our profile and monitor our CPD points. Now, I actually downloaded and I have gotten about 3 certificates so far, but upon checking my CLE point, I noticed that only one is reflecting. So I don't know if there's any way one can redeem this point, or if you can just kind of look into that to see how we can redeem our points on the app.
Okay, Sarah will address that question. Let's take 2 more questions and then allow Sarah to address that particular question. Dennis Ayuba. Dennis Ayuba, quickly.
Good afternoon, Leonard Silks, seniors and my colleagues. My question is simple, sir. For instance, I'm not able to meet up the 5 credit points in a year. Am I expected to still pay my bar practicing fee for that year, putting into consideration the fact that I will not be given stamp and seal and license to practice for that year? Am I still expected to pay my bar practicing fee if I'm not able to meet, the requirements of the 5 credit points? That's my question.
Your point. I think Mr. Alpha Mefuna will answer this question because I know we had a conversation about people who have missed the point and if there's a window period. Mr. Alpha Mefuna, please, can you please answer this question? Okay, before he comes on, Afamefuna, please unmute your mic and answer this question. Before he comes on, I think Sarah, can you also help us with this?
Yes, I wanted to react to the question of not being able to see the credit point from your dashboard of the ICLA portal. What we are doing is the e-learning portal is ready. So we are uploading data from the back end. With time, you'll be able to see all the credits that you have acquired within the reporting period. The reporting period also that I must mention for every lawyer following the CPD rules is from the period of April 1st to the next year, 31st of March. So we have that window of opportunity to acquire the 5 CPD points. So from now till next year, 31st of March, is expected that every one of us must have gotten our 5 CPD points. So over time, sign up. We encourage our members to sign up. We've sent a flyer and a link for every Nigerian lawyer to sign up on the ICLA portal so that you can also track your CPD points by yourself. In terms of those that do not meet up the CPD point before 31st of March, yes, we have a time of 90 days within which for every Nigerian lawyer to comply. So we have that time, that extension of time, so to speak, for everyone that has not met the 5 CPD point to take the opportunity and do that. Also, the ICLA is working on providing online courses whereby you can go yourself, take the courses at a very reduced rate, and you take a test and your certificate is auto-generated to you and to your dashboard. Thank you, Mr. Henry.
Okay. Mr. Afamefuna, do you want to react to that?
Sorry, Henry.
Yeah, I'm back.
Is Mr. Afam there? Is Afam okay at the back?
Yeah, he's
Yes,
back.
I'm back, Mr. President. I'm back.
Okay, then.
Do you want to react to that before the president also reacts, please?
Sorry, I was out, so I didn't get the question. Please, what's the question again?
Okay, then let me just answer the question. Henry, let me just answer it.
Yes,
Madam, I've forgotten the name of the person who asked that question. If we look at rule 12.2 of the RPC, it said that the person who is entitled to a practice certificate is the person who has paid his practice fee and also met the minimum CPD points. So the CPD points not a replacement or an alternative to payment of practice fee. The two must coexist for you to be entitled to practice certificate. And if you haven't got it, it means that it means that legally you are not entitled to practice law because the action would amount to professional misconduct. So whenever you complete it, that is when you can lawfully hold yourself out as a lawyer and do the things a lawyer can do in the capacity of a lawyer. So payment of annual practice fee remains a constant. Then the mandatory requirement to comply with the CPD requirement is a second rider for you to lawfully practice law.
Okay, Mr. President, I have a follow-up question because your point just raised a very important issue. So, for example, I missed a particular year, I did not meet up my points.
Henry, moderator, it will be neater to allow our colleagues to ask this question so that we will look and see.
Okay, very well.
Allow them to ask them so that they will participate more.
Adam Umar Gado, quickly, please.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question is, the rules provide that participating in the NBA Annual General Conference attracts 3 credit points. Hello?
Go on, please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Go on, please. I can hear you.
Okay, sir, my question here is, will virtual participation attract the same 3 CPD points as physical participation?
Well noted. We'll get back to you. Let's take 2 more questions.
No, Henry, he requires an answer.
Okay.
The rule did not distinguish between physical attendance and virtual attendance.
Yes.
It talks about attendance. Whichever way that participation is carried out, you get the number of points receivable for that program.
Elizabeth Olaka, quickly. Elizabeth. If Elizabeth is not ready, we'll go to No, Onek. I'm so sorry, please. Mr. Chris.
Christogonus.
Is the name. Yes.
Okay. Please, quickly.
Good afternoon. So,
Ask your question quickly.
the suggestion I want to make is that the MBA put us with information on accredited institutions and journals. Because if you leave it to the lawyers themselves, it will be difficult. Not assist them. Let us always have the list of maybe master's programs and journals that we can publish that will count for us as points. Thank you.
Mr. Henry, that's a very good point. The institute has taken it on. We'll take that on board, and I think it's a very good, brilliant idea. We'll take that on board.
Honors a promise, please, quickly. 1 minute. Honors a promise.
Thank you. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Please, my question is just to one. The question that Mr. President answered in respect to bar practicing fee and the CDB point. So if somebody does not meet up the 5 credit points, there is no need to pay practicing fee because you will not be issued a practice license. That's what the president is saying, if I'm correct. Number 2, please, is an appeal. Can the free courses be increased? Because from the recent catalog that they brought out, it's just 2. If it can be increased to at least 3 for this first one, let's use it to prepare ourselves for subsequent ones. Thank you.
Mr. President, sir.
I beg, sorry, that was not what I said. I never said so. I said a lawyer who wishes to practice law has a continuing, indeed an unending obligation to pay his practice fee. If you fail to pay it outside March 31st, but you had 5 CPD points, you still have that duty to pay. I never said you don't have to pay. You must pay. I said the 2 points must coexist side by side before you're entitled to a practice certificate. And I made reference to Rule 12.2 of the RPC.
Okay. So
then about the request to increase anything, it will be in the wisdom of the ICLE to consider requests, and as we move forward, to know what best decision to take to meet feedback from our colleagues.
Thank you, sir. But if you don't have the 5 points, can you still pay your practicing fee?
You have a duty to pay it, whether you have 5 points or not. All it means is that you are not entitled to practice certificate until you complete your 5 points.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
That point is very, very important.
Excuse me, please.
Uzo.
Uzo Onwukwe.
Yes, Uno,
yes,
please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Good evening, colleagues. All the SAN and the House. Good evening. Please, I want to just mention something that we may have to also consider in awarding this point, because I've not heard it mentioned. I want to refer the House to the fact that some of our colleagues, I don't know whether you are getting me. I don't know whether you are hearing me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go on, please. Go on, please.
Okay, some of our colleagues are editors of weekly, monthly law reports. Also editors of professional journals. Can there be their work? Can it be graduated? Can it be considered in awarding these points? Because I know they are also inconsistent reading and the editing of legal works. And you see, the legal profession is such that if you want to continue...
Mr. Nwukwe, you need to keep your question short so that others can get an opportunity.
Yes, sir.
But I get your question.
I just want to round up.
Go to Rule 11.2. Go to Rule 11 sub 2 of the RPC. It says that contributors or people who write articles in approved journals. So your journal has to first of all be approved by the ICLE for you to win points when you show that you have written such an article. And the ICLE will fix the number of credit hours that will be attributed to each article that you write.
Professor John.
Law report.
Professor John, please.
Well, law report, I don't know how they will assess a law report, because law report is also a business. It's not quite, it may be considered not to be an intellectual work, more of a business than an intellectual work. So it's for the ICLA to determine how to assess a law report and what value to place on it. Because a lawyer can also say, I write briefs. So if ICLA to consider the arguments and take a decision, but I'm talking about law journals, research articles, not where you report a decision by a judge in a printed form for which you put on sale for money. So I wouldn't know how the ICLE board will treat it, but I'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, excuse me.
Professor John, please.
Good afternoon. Distinguished members. My question is as follows. One is the curriculum. We want to intervene from the law faculties. There are processes for running a program in the law faculties. It has to be approved by NUC and the Senate of particular university. How can you coordinate this? Because, and what is the cost benefits? If you say somebody cannot practice, there are higher laws than professional. It can be challenged.
I don't be the driver, don't worry. I want to check something for the bag.
Have you thought of that?
And Mr. John.
Chairman, yes, I'm asking.
Mr. John, we did not say somebody, the rule does not say that somebody cannot practice. The rule says, like every other thing in life, like driving license, driving license.
Are you the one accrediting the faculties? And they can challenge you on that. And there are modalities. Now, the idea of continuing education is very good, but the visibility, how do you coordinate? Nigerian federalism is a little bit different from US, and a colleague has given us an insight. So, how do you coordinate these branches, and how do you establish between courts and NUC or law school? How do you implement?
Oga, please, if you look at Rule 11.2, it talks about the courses that will qualify you for CPD. And it's a marketing thing. If your law faculty, for example, is University of Jos or Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, and you feel that in order to attract people to come for your register and participate in your programs, that you would want to go to MBICLE to accredit those your courses, so that for attending programs in your institute or institution, people will get CPD points. You do that. We are not accrediting your course for purpose of teaching it. We are accrediting your course for purpose of meeting our need for CPD points. NUC, we accredit the ones they will. The law school, we have to accredit for undergraduate, but the one that will entitle you to win CPD points, the accreditation is for purpose of being sure that the program is of such quality that any lawyer who attends it will meet a certain number of credit hours, and also say, look, if after 3 years you're not done, or after 4 years, you stop getting points for it. So the university can say, this LLM in this course, or this program is CPD accredited. It's an ICLE approved point for CPD. So Nigerian lawyers know that if you're going there, as you're registering and enrolling in the course, you're getting CPD points. It's a choice. It doesn't mean that your program is not lawful, but it means that to earn CPD points, our ICLE must approve it for that single purpose and nothing more.
Thank you so much. With the kind permission of the President, we'll continue taking questions. Rotimi, please quickly. 30 seconds.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes.
I'd like to make the first observation. The free courses that I saw in the list that was circulated, I noticed that in those free courses, there was no date attached to them. Is it deliberate, or is this just a mistake or something? Because if we don't know the date when the free courses are taking place, how do we then take part in those free courses? Now, I heard one of the speakers says you can attend the free courses if you don't want to pay for courses. Do we have enough free courses to substantially augment for the paid ones? That's point number one. The other aspect of my question is this. Now, we all know that all what we are saying here is going to take a lot of money from lawyers. My real bother is, what is the Nigerian Bar Association doing to rectify the situation whereby lawyers are being undercut in real terms? I'll give an example. When we talk about tenancy agreement, for example, we have so many property agents that are just copying lawyers' agreements and assigning whatever name they want to it, and they give it to their tenants. I know
Sir, can you permit me to interrupt, sir, please?
Yes.
We are here talking about continued professional development. It will be nice to restrict the conversation to this, because you're taking us to remuneration, which is the topic we're not talking about here today. But because you've introduced it, permit me to tell you, sir, since you know you have a duty under the RPC to report such persons. You have a duty under the LPA, knowing that those people are practicing law without license, to report them to the police because it's a crime. I would like to know if you have done that. NBA is human beings like me and you. We must police each other, those who are undercutting their colleagues, and those who are practicing law without license. If you know them, report. If we keep lamenting and take no action, they will continue to work. It's only 10 elected national officers that run the association. They can't be everywhere. They may not know these business centers you refer to. If you know them, share the information with the local branch of the NBA in your locality. Share it with us. Let us go and deal with them. We may never have enough of anything. Even the paid ones may never be enough, because some paid courses also are oversubscribed. We will do our best to ensure that every person is able to, one way or the other, whether he can afford to pay or not afford to pay, as long as he has shown interest and is willing, find enough spaces to get these CPD points. We are doing this one now. It will just realize that our Zoom capacity is 500. And by next week, we increase so that as many lawyers as possible can join in. NBA will do so many trainings. We'll never assure that it will be enough. But all of us will keep them. You too can apply to be accredited as a trainer. And you can do free trainings for our colleagues to ensure that they meet these CPD points. This is just to say, whether you want to do paid or free ones, please do. As they say in my place, please run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But for goodness sake, get there. That's all I'm saying.
With due respect,
Mr. Bama,
Mr. President, with due respect, I am when
you're respectfully allowed to talk. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. When you said that we're only here to discuss the continuing legal education thing, that's in conjunction with what lawyers have access to in terms of remuneration is very important. And I think I will just mention here, whether it's addressed or not, it's left for the president and the executives. The remuneration.
You have noted your question. We'll find a solution to it.
Yes, in respect to the remuneration.
Sorry, sir. If any person were to introduce a topic outside of what we are here for, we'll lose sight of what we are doing. I'm only begging you for today. Let us limit it to the ongoing conversation. I'm only begging.
Okay, well, I hope
we can be asked questions in so many myriad areas that someone will know what the conversation is about.
Mr. Rotimi, if I may add to what the president has said earlier, you see, this is the beginning. We know that there are limited free courses, but you see, courses don't come up automatically. You must have resource people that are ready to offer those things for free. You must have resource people. Without resource people, you can't offer those courses. So we are going to get a pool of resource people who are also willing to offer their courses, come out and offer pro bono, as Americans will say, services. And then when we have a pool of that, we will spread. We are not holding it. We'll send it out. The institute will send it out. We want as many people as possible to be able to acquire the 5 credit hours within the time limit that has been given, and everything. So it's not because we are holding it is because we don't have enough people. If you come up and we basically vet the content of the course that you want to offer, and you want to offer it for free, you're welcome to come on board and offer it for free in any of the fora that we have in Nigeria, whether it is the branch level or it is a national level, or you're coming in as a service provider, please feel free to do that.
So how about the issue of those free courses having dates attached to them? Instead of saying September 2023 or 2025, October 2025, when in October, nobody knows.
Well, you see, when you look at... Yes, the director?
Yes, Mr. Pham, yes, what we are doing right now is to, as at when those service providers sent in their dates, there were tentative dates for a particular month. That's why you're seeing that calendar not having the exact date. But we can assure our lawyers that a month before every training, especially for the free ones, you will know the exact date for you to register for them. And we are trying to come up with monthly calendars. We are not going to be having a one-year calendar again. We'll be having monthly calendars so that we can ascertain the date and be communicated accordingly. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. We have 10 minutes to end this particular chat, so we'll just take 5 persons. But please, I want you to check.
See my mommy here.
I want you to chat. We're going to be posting a Google where you can register your attendance and get your 1 point. Elton Benedict, please unmute your mic and ask your question. Elton is not ready.
All right. Can you hear me? Henry,
Elton, please.
Henry, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Please go on, please.
Okay. The NBA president, Leonard Silk and colleagues, the idea of the continuous legal education is excellent. It's perfect. It's good for everyone. And all of us, we're in the same boat. We are in the same boat on this. But I have a little problem. Along the line, other speakers kept saying it's not for money. We are not doing this for money. But at the end of the day, when you look at the charges or what lawyers are going to pay for it, it turns out to be that indirectly, there is an indication that it is going to be for raising of funds. I'm suggesting that if lawyers are to make payments for this training, the payment should be very minimal, because a lot of lawyers nationwide are supposed to pay for this training, and the payment should be very minimal, so as not to form or become a clog in the wheel of this progress, so that lawyers will not be finding it difficult to accumulate the credit levels, credit points. So I am suggesting that even if payments is to be made, or lawyers are going to pay for these trainings, the payment should be very minimal, sir. Please, the institute should look into that. Some of us are available and ready to offer pro bono courses or trainings whenever there are a lot of lawyers like that. So please, let's make sure the minimal payments is taken into consideration by the institute. Thank you so much.
Barnabas, I need to give him assurance. This program is not for money. From the MBA perspective, we are playing the role of a gatekeeper, a regulator. MBA will not charge you money for the training. But if a service provider who has paid money, who may get people that will do the teaching and pay them, and the cost will be recovered from the participants, the assurance will give you that is that under the revised ICLE rules 2025, Article 7 or Clause 7, the ICLE board has to fix their fees. So they must exercise their powers to ensure that what is charged for this training is not exhaustive. But then again, that is relative. I'll give you an example. If a person has sought approval to do a training in Dubai, which will include hotel fees and feeding, and he puts 1.something million, and people want to go to Dubai for that training, of course, to a person who prefers local training, that's expensive. But somebody who wants to travel abroad for training, that may not be expensive. So it depends on the circumstance of the training, the package of the training, but the board will ensure that it does not become exploitative or unaffordable by lawyers. They will exercise their full powers under Clause 7 of their rules to ensure that lawyers are protected. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
In addition to what the president has said, Mr. Benedict, you see the way this thing works out is that is a two-way thing. There we are as a ICLE, inviting people to come in and offer courses, and people come in there, and some of them say, oh, our courses, we consider them to be master class courses, and this is what we can charge per person, per head, to offer it. And we negotiate with them at times, and we try to bring it down. At times, we can't bring it down, the fee down. And we tell them, well, we can't pass that on to our colleagues, because we feel it's too expensive. So it is not a one-way thing. We are not the most decisive or the all-and-all decisive factor in this equation. The person that is the resource person also has a value that he places on the intellectual impactation that he's making. So if he feels his intellectual impactation is what this value, there isn't much we can do about it. If you say, oh, okay, let's make it all free, and we don't have high quality. It's not that the free ones are not high quality, and we want to raise the bar, and we cannot raise the bar because everybody wants it to be cheap. You know what is going to happen. I don't need to tell you that. You know what is going to happen. You turn around and complain that, oh, the quality of lectures that are being given are not masterclass quality lectures, So, I mean, it is not that it is the MBA, it's the ICLE that fixes the amount. We negotiate these things with the service provider, and then we vet what the service provider is about to offer. We assess it, and then if we evaluate that it is worth that amount of money, and we have comparisons, and the president said, so if you see somebody that is traveling, if the same course is being given in Ghana and is being given in Kenya, South Africa, or UK, and we look at it and it's costing about £200 to attend. We're not going to pay them £200 to attend that. We're not going to convert it and pay the equivalent of that. We'll try as much as possible to bring to bear economic realities in Nigeria in our negotiations, and everything. That's what we do. So it's not a one-way thing. It is not we sitting down and deciding this cost is what this. Let us go ahead and charge lawyers that. No, it is also what the provider, the resource person, is asking for. It determines what we offer to the lawyers.
Thank you. We have 5 minutes more. Emmanuel Ahigbe, please, quickly, your question.
Okay, thank you very much, Now, my question is this. First, I want to make my contribution. I don't necessarily believe that the fact that the lecture is free or cheap necessarily affect the quality of the lecture. I believe that you can have lectures that are free and still be. I want to please react to or ask a question. Now, I hope that the ICLC board is looking at the fact that commercialize these courses. I've looked at the table that was sent around ago. What I saw is that the highest, because of amount there, seem to have the high in terms of CBD points. I saw one is about some billion that has 2 points. So is it commensurate? Oh, the higher the amount you pay, the higher the points that you get. I just want to please ask the board to make the decision on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Afam.
It is the content and value of the course. There is no intellectual knowledge that is cheap. If it was so horses will fly, there's no intellectual knowledge that is cheap, but it's the content. That's why when you go for undergraduate program, you pay different from master's. It's not that the undergraduate program is cheap or inferior or lacks any form of value. It is just that you're upping the ante, and that is it. When people come in there with, for example, somebody comes up with a new area of law or that is just trending and nobody knows about it, and we are calling an expert from far and wide, and he's coming in and he's telling you this is what I value my knowledge. And we want our lawyers and our colleagues to share in that knowledge. What do we do? Do we say, oh, we don't want it? We don't want to assess that knowledge pool because it's high. We try as much as possible to bring down the price. We try to bring down the cost of it. And when we feel that we have succeeded in achieving a manageable level, then we put it out to our colleagues. And there's choice here, So you look at it, you look at the cost content, and if you feel that, oh, it is worth your time to attend to that, to engage in that, then you sign up for that. If you feel it is not worth your time to attend to it, then you have other choices. The most important thing is that we are going to present you with choices. That's the most important thing. We are going to present you with adequate and appropriate choices for you to make. If you want to up the ante and say you want to attend, I can assure you one thing, that all lectures that are being given, all resources that are being done at the NBA General Conference are all top notch. And you see the people that they invite sometimes. You see at times they have people from outside that come in there. They don't do those things for free. They don't do those things. MDA subsidizes a lot of them. In SBL subsidizes a lot of them. When you bring somebody in and the person, your flight ticket, accommodation, feeding and everything, is not free. It's not free. So, but we try as much as possible to create a balance, because we know the economic realities of Nigeria, and we say, oh, this is good, it's valuable, we want it, but it's unaffordable. So can you bring it down so that we can afford it? So that's how it works, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Afam. We are about running off this conversation. Please look at the chat box. We have the link, Google link, that you can fill and get your 1 point. Please look at the chat box and fill the Google form so that you can get your 1 point. Kenneth Itoro Abasi. Quickly.
Oh God, today now.
Kenneth is not ready. We go to Sani Shehu Idris. Sani Shehu Idris.
Where? Barnabas, like you said, my name is Sani Shehu Idris. My question is, with regards to people that are interested in rendering these free knowledge sharing sessions that has to be accredited by the MBICLE. But the question is, are those people who wants to do these things free for Nigerian lawyers required to pay for accreditation? Or in other words, is accreditation of these MBA CPD programs requiring the payment of funds? If it requires payment of funds, I would want to suggest that those people that want to do pro bono knowledge sharing sessions should be registered free, so they don't incur cost in the process of rendering pro bono services. Thank you.
SS, they will pay to register because it will be administered. Certificates will be issued. Sometimes people will need to undergo accreditation of them. The fact that you say I'm doing it free does not mean that everybody will say, oh, since it's free, register. The quality of your faculty will be examined. The quality of what you want to teach will be examined. Otherwise, we have everybody claiming to doing it free, and we need to monitor what they are doing. So this registration is actually to take care of the administrative cost of it, not necessarily to make profit. And we appreciate that the people may want to make sacrifices. And if paying for registration is one of the few sacrifices they will make, we urge them to do that for the best interest of the association. But then again, if you also, because let me say this to you, SS, we don't accredit, the ICLE does not accredit any person as a pro bono service provider. So you can tell me you're doing pro bono tomorrow. You have a certification maybe for 1 year. You can go tomorrow and decide to charge. So what happens? So there's no pro bono certification per se. You're registered as accredited as a service provider. How you choose to do it will be up to you. Whether you want to be doing it for free or you want to be doing it at a cost, they would all be left to you. So all service providers will be required to do accreditation and pay an administrative fee and nothing more. Thank you.
So two more persons and we go. Helen.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Helen Kalu.
Good afternoon, sir.
Kenneth Itoro.
This is Kenneth. Sir. Yes, Kenneth Itoro.
Go on, please.
Yes, please. My question is with respect to the bar conferences.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's about the bar conferences.
Go on, please.
Yes, please. You have said that 3 CD points go for bar conferences. Please, what about people that are going to do virtual, the virtual attendees?
After that question, you also get 3 points.
Is there a provision for virtual attendees for this year's bar conference?
Yes, there is. There is, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Helen Kalu, please. Elizabeth Olakon. Helen Kalu. All right. In the absence of any further question.
Good afternoon. Good evening, rather.
Please go on, please.
Okay, so my question is, I have actually gone through the schedule of the courses that are available for this year, and I think there's a bit of bias towards people doing litigation or people in active practice. I think it's better, or it would be nice for us to actually consider people that are in-house. For example, I work in the energy industry, and I did not see anything that speaks about energy. There are people that are into maritime. There's nothing that speaks about maritime. So even if I want to develop myself, I think I would want to develop myself in the area where I'm practicing. I'm not interested in dispute resolution. So I think there should actually be accommodation for that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Okay,
good day, everyone.
React to that.
Please react to
Good
that.
day.
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
thank you. Just to mention that we have courses coming up under energy, maritime, aviation. We are working on it. We have actually called for expression of interest and we have received the application. And very soon the calendar for those courses for in-house lawyers will also be publicized to all our lawyers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. So my hands have been up for a long time now.
Well, you don't have a name, so I didn't know how to call you. So go ahead quickly.
All right, I think it's from my setting. Please, going forward, I think we should also look at the charts because some of us ask questions, and the question I'm asking now has been on the chart for a very long time.
Ask your question.
My question is, if you exceed your CPD points for a year, say you're required to get 5 and you get 7 or 8, can you carry over the excess 3 points into the next year or session, as you may call it?
No, sir. No, there's no carryover.
No.
No carryover.
Okay, this is Helen Carlo. Yes, sir. Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, I want to find out all the faculties that will be rendering services. What about lawyers that have already undergone their trainings before now? Would they be required to undergo the same training? Or they will just present the certificate already acquired? Then also the lawyers that are developing themselves in other areas like a structured institution. Or are we going to consider those people while looking at the CPD points they have? Thank you.
Helen, if the certificate you've obtained is not from a course that has been approved by MBA ICLE, assessed and approved, you're not going to get any credit point from it. And I don't know where those courses are coming from, whether they are coming from within Nigeria or outside Nigeria. If they have not been approved by MBA ICLE, you're not going to get any credit point from it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you
Hello,
so much.
Good evening, sir. I've been raising my hand, sir.
You don't have a name, so we can't just go on quickly, please.
All right. My name is Akacha from MBA AK branch. Actually, mine is appeal. We have young lawyers. It will go a long way if kind of pro bono courses or free ones. The MBA will come up with free courses so that at least it will enable young lawyers to meet up with this point, CPD point. And secondly, please, how do I trap my own CPD point, having followed up on series or different kind of program organized by MBA? How do I get to know my point?
All right.
I don't know. I didn't get the name there. The gentleman that spoke last. You see, you can also, if you are engaged in your branch, if you're involved in your branch activities, as a branch member, you can also come around and try and bring up some of these issues at your branch so that your branch, as it were, can be able to provide those services that you want, or get people to provide the services. And there is with MBA ICLE, and then if we approve the program that they have on ground, then you find it much easier. We don't expect everybody to gravitate towards the MBA annual conference and get points from there. Neither do we expect people to come all the way from Eket to Lagos or to Sokoto and everything. You know, within the branch, you can achieve a lot too within the branch. In as much as we encourage everybody to attempt to try to attend MBA annual conferences, you know, which at least should be more or less, I mean, in my own idea, compulsory. But as much as is possible, within your branch, you can achieve a lot. Within your branch, you can achieve a lot. You know, if the members of the branch come together and they decide this is the trajectory we want to go. We want to focus on learning, you know, and everything. And then it can be done within the branch. All the branch needs to attain is just an approval from MBA ICLE, and then you're good to go.
All right, so I'm seeing just 3 hands, and I'll call those persons, and that's just the end of the question. I'm seeing Richard, Olusegun, Chinonso Nguzuba, and Inyobong. Please, those 3 persons, you ask your questions, and then we are done for today, please. In that order, Chinonso and Inyobong, please. In that order, please.
Good afternoon,
Richard.
everyone.
Yes.
I'm in more. Please, my question is actually about the accreditation of the ICLE fund, because I attended one recently. To even fill the form online was very difficult. Even in this meeting, the link shared is not opening. How do we resolve all those issues? So one does not keep attending and not even know whether he or she is on a point.
Hello. Hello. Are you through?
Yes.
Ms. Umo,
Yes,
once you attend any of the approved program, and you've registered I acknowledge that we do have challenges. I mean, privately and collectively, some cases with internet and connectivity. So when you experience those things and you log in, if you log back in some other time, you'll be able to register them, you know, and everything. You know how it is. There are certain things that are beyond the control of the institute, and one of it is technology in Nigeria, availability of technology in Nigeria. I'm not making excuses for that, but we do have. I must confess that we do have challenges once in a while, like now, even in this setting here. You know, so once you've attended and you've registered and you've logged on and everything, it will never disappear. You know, and even the service provider also has those things. So when they come to, at the end of the day, when they come to put their report in, we see the list of people there. And then if you have been attending and you've sent in a complaint through the platform, I will be able to log you back in and everything, and then I'll accredit you, as it were.
And this particular link is even working. This particular link that we shared since is working. Just try again, and hopefully you'll be able to fill your details.
Chinonso.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Chinonso Mozoba. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead, please.
Okay. Mine is a personal problem on this point. For instance, I have attended 3 so far. But out of the 3, 2, I received certificates for 2. But the one I attended on 27th May by Jury Trust Center, the title is Advancing Digital Rights and Data Protection, 3 p.m. on 3 to 5. Up to now, I have not received any certificates.
I think you should contact institutes.
Thank you. Yes.
We just check the chat box. We have the email address posted there, so you can address us with any issue that you have as regards not certificate any of your training. Richard,
okay, thank you very much.
And please let me say this to everyone: if for any unforeseen thing you're unable to log in and impute your attendance, on or before March next year, which is a long time now, and everything. At the end of the day, if you now apply and you're told that you have not attended any of those courses and you have evidence that you have attended, which can be cross-checked with the service provider, we'll issue you with a certificate and we'll record you as having attended it. It's early stage glitches. It's not something that is permanent. It's something that we are working on to perfect the whole thing. This is just a few months into kickstarting this project.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Richard Olusegun, unmute your mic and ask your question, please. Richard Olusegun, unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello. Yes. Good evening.
Go on, please.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Please go on, please.
Hello.
We can hear you. Please go on, please. I think Shegu
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Please go on, please.
Oh, okay. My name is Richard Olusegun from Gwagwalada branch. That is MB. Yes, sir. My question is about the webinars and the seminars conducted in the branches. Are they recognized? And if they are not recognized, because I'm hearing from some quarters that they have to be approved, and maybe probably it's going to involve a payment and all those things. Is there any concession that you people grant to the branch that will make it easier for members to at least attend the programs and it will be counted as maybe 2 or 3 points?
Mr. Olusegun, I think you're just coming in. If you've been here from the beginning, we've been preaching this all along. We've been preaching it all along, that is not every program or every course or every workshop or seminar or webinar that is offered by the branch that is CLE compliant, And as a fact, if you want to find out if a particular program you're attending is CLE, there will be an indication in the program, in the advert or flyer of the program, that you get the number, and it will also indicate the number of CLE points you're going to get. It will. So once it is not displayed in that program, you know that it's not CLE. So you can't use it and come back and say, oh, I've attended this program in my branch, so you must give me points, Points are located based on the approval that has been gotten prior to the delivery of the webinar, seminar, or services, as it were, So it is not every webinar, every lecture that is delivered in every branch that is a CLE compliant program. It doesn't mean that the quality of the lecture, or seminar, or webinar is low. No, it's just that perhaps they haven't bothered to approach MBA ICLE for approval and for vetting before they did that. And the essence of the vetting also is to know the number of points that we are going to award to that program.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a very long stretch. Usually we do this for 1 hour, but because of the popular demand and the need for the president was so gracious to give us 2 hours of his time to answer questions in this regard. So we'll take final words from first Mr. Afamefuna, and then the director of the ICLE, and then the president will give his final words, and then we'll call it a day. Mr. Afamefuna, 1 minute, what are your final thoughts from the conversation so far?
You say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. We've just taken a step in Nigeria towards a good cause, and I'll call all and sundry, every colleague of mine that is practicing law in Nigeria, to showcase to the world that we mean to attain international best practices in our endeavors and our profession, and show professionalism in all that we do from Nigeria. It's time that Nigeria joins the Committee of Nations, and when I mean the Committee of Nations, I mean at the highest level. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Director Sarah, please, your final words, and then will you defer to the president?
Thank you very much. I want to say that CPD enforcement is not punitive. We are not punishing ourselves. The rules are for forward-thinking initiative aimed at enhancing our competence, promoting professionalism, and ensuring that Nigerian lawyers remain at the forefront of legal practice, both locally and globally. I also want to say that we are here to support our members on this journey, as this is our collective reality. My team and I at the Institute are here to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is the president still online? Mr. President, sir? I don't think so. From the summary of the whole gist, it's not punitive, it's just to help us to develop ourselves. There is also a grace period from what Mr. Afam has said. If you don't, for any reason, don't meet up with the point, you can still your payment or your practicing fee and have a window period that will also lead you to take tests to just meet with that particular point. On this note, we come to an end of this particular fireside chat. I want to thank you all for your time, for your patience. Yes, we know we cannot answer all your questions at this point in time, but please, we make great time for this conversation next time. And just like Mr. Afenfuna also said, this is just starting. We are just the ICLE, we're just starting the program. It will take some trial stage and some, further development, but I can assure you the end goal is to ensure that the Nigerian lawyer is well grounded in legal practice, and that is the essence. Please don't forget that. So thank you for your time, and God bless you all. Enjoy your Friday.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. We're so grateful.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time and expertise.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
We're very grateful for
Thank
this.
you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
colleagues.
Thank you
from everywhere.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. See you some other time.
Bye. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Scan the
Thank you.
barcode to get your points, please. Scan the barcode to get your points, please.
Oh,
Thank you.
They said we should scan something.
Please, where is the barcode? How do we
Where is the
scan it?
barcode,
Oh,
though?
please,
Please, how can
oh.
I scan? How can I scan? I don't know how to scan this thing.
Barcode is on the screen.
We are holding.
That's
We are
why
holding our
you
phone. How
attend
can
some
we
of these
scan?
classes so you learn how to scan.
Please, can you
I'm
put up
using
the
my
barcode?
phone. I'm using my phone.
I'm
How
using
can
my
I
phone.
scan? Oh,
Put
But
up
I
the
have
Because
to.
we
barcode.
want that.
But I have sent
my own has disappeared. Oh.
information.
You asked us to fill
Use
the
your
form.
Can
We
you
have
put
camera.
already
up the
filled the form now.
barcode?
Use your
You
camera.
asked us to fill the form.
Focus your camera.
I have filled the form.
That's true. We have already filled the
The
form.
form
Can
now.
you
Which
I
one is
put
can't
up
scan
the
the
barcode?
barcode with
barcode?
my phone.
How about the barcode, though?
How do we scan the
If you fill the
barcode?
form, you don't need
We
to
have
scan
filled
it.
we have
Can
filled
you
the
put
form.
up the barcode, please?
You fill the form, you don't
Where is the
I cannot locate
barcode?
it again.
The scan code have disappeared, though.
The
Okay, thank you.
barcode, the
Can you
barcode
put
has
up the
disappeared.
barcode?
The scan code.
Please use the
My
form.
scan code
Use
has
the form we have
disappeared.
filled.
Please put up the barcode.
Please, you can use the list that the attendance.
Can
You
you put
requested
up
for
the
Said you don't have
barcode?
to scan the barcode.
call to bar number, the Supreme Court number,
Yes.
and you equally asked us to fill a form, which we have done. Which one is barcode again?
Please put up the
You cannot
barcode.
even scan it. You cannot scan it. You are using your phone. There is nowhere to scan it.
Please, how can I clear my point?
Let the secretariat do the needful. Please, don't stress us too much. That's the fact. We are not using two phones.
And we have spent hours here, almost 2 hours. We
So
have
give us
spent
our 1
data.
point. Give us our
Please
1
give us
point.
our 1 point. It's important that we get our 1 point.
Yes.
Please, they should respond to us.
I'm sure everyone that will help us has left this chat already. We are just talking to them.
They should respond to us. The point is important, too. This one,
Send
the
the code again so that we can scan.
code is really under there.
Please, can you put up the barcode so we can scan it?
Yes, put on the scan code so that we can scan.
If
There was no
they
mention
put
of
it up, they
barcode
cannot
before now.
scan it. How
If
would you
anyone
scan it
can
when
help
you're
us,
using your phone?
can anyone teach us how to scan the barcode? maybe for subsequent programs.
Yes,
Maybe
you
that
can
one
just
should be for the next.
Oh, the barcode is
My own
there.
time code has appeared again, but I don't know
you
how to
can
scan it.
screenshot. Hello, you can screenshot the barcode
Screenshot of the
and
barcode,
then use
guys.
the barcode
Screenshot
reader.
of the barcode. You can scan it later from your gallery.
Okay, thank
Just
you.
screenshot it. Yeah.
But if you have filled the form, it's the same thing as the barcode. So don't stress yourself.
Okay.
Can you please resend the barcode? Resend the barcode, please.
Without is everything together. All right, thank you.
How do we check
Somebody show us how
our
to
point?
do it.
Yes, so some of us are late. So can we have the form?
How do we check our point? I can't see my point.
Yes. So another one. How do we check our point?
Yes. How do we check our
I
point?
think there is a link for that one.
So,
Check the
Validation.
MBA.
And also, when will the certificate be sent to How us? do I get the barcode?
Please, where
The barcode,
where
but
and how do we check
what will I
our
do
points, please?
about it? I hope we will have our certificate in our emails. I could get a point, please. How do I get a point?
They have concluded the meeting, though. You people should go. Huh?
You should go. Well, we have not gotten what we want. How can you see
What do
your
you
point
want
now?
again, sir? They have shared link. They have shared barcode. What are you people still doing in the room? Go now.
How do
We
we see our
want
point?
to
How
get
do we see
more
our
points.
point?
Maybe if
How do
we
we see
stay
our
longer,
point?
we'll get another point.
How do we see our point?
Get another point.
Let us have
We need our point, We need to see our point now. If we have gotten to this own now, let's know that it's remaining other ones.
Very important.
Very important now.
See, have you seen the word MCPD? Mandatory continuous.
I can't see my point that I got today.
Please, how do we check the points?
Where will I check the point?
We get the point.
Please, how do we get the point now? Please, someone should help.
There's one this thing I've
Click the barcode or fill the form. The point will be automatically generated and you will see it in your ICLE portal.
I was attending this that one credit unit. So at the end, they send us the barcode.
Your 1 point will come within the next 24 hours. It's not
Okay, so
automatic.
the point to come within 24
Scan
hours.
and fill the form.
Does anyone saw your point of attendance will be
My name is
sent to you?
Ikebu Jogechi. Please, how do I get my points?
A certificate of attendance will be sent to your mail.
Certificate of attendance will be sent to my mail.
Yes. Thank you. This certificate too is very important.
I thought they said the NBA eyes will that is where you will see your point again.
I expect the responsible.
Nah, they never start fully. Now, maybe who be the speaker?
Our point.
Your network.
They are close.
All of them, plenty don't. It's not the main Zoom. We are using the app Zoom. MBA. Yes. It's freeze, man.
So like close it again and start the
Let me check my mail. My certificate has dropped.
You don't use them. Need to need to